Hey all, welcome back. This is episode 4 of my ongoing series where I showcase some of my custom LEGO creations in the castle theme. If you haven't caught up on the past episodes, we've covered some of your guys' favorites. If you haven't seen them, I highly encourage you to check them out. So today's focus is on the Lion Knights, who I'll admit I have been avoiding for some time, not because I don't like them, but because LEGO has already done a lot of the work for us. I've always seen the Lion Knights as the poster child for the recent castle line, from them being heavily featured in the flagship Lion Knights castle set, the fact that they have the only named character within recent sets, that being the Lion Queen. Not to mention, LEGO has already provided us with the entourage that makes up the bulk of the kingdom, including farmers, maids, and cooks. So in other words, the Lion Knights faction is already fleshed out, and unless you want to deviate, their general lore is already established in detail. I'd also like to add that the Lion Knights are commonly seen wearing flat silver armor, a color in which many accessories are available today from LEGO, so even from a customization point of view, they are already quite consumer friendly. With that said though, I've committed to this channel and this series that I'm developing. I was happy to take on the challenge and give the Lion Knights a new look. So whenever I look at the rivalry between the Black Falcons and the Lion Knights, I always thought the Falcons fell into the strength in numbers archetype, whilst the Lions competed through superior skill and equipment. I think this is something a lot of other collectors may relate to, but you just happen to have way more Black Falcon figs compared to the Lion Knights on account of the former being available in more sets and are generally more affordable to army build with. I saw the Lion Knights as being more skillful and better equipped simply by looking at their castle. Life seems pretty comfortable with various amenities, they have a fierce leader, and they have a well-stocked armory. All of this tells me that the Lion Knights are probably quite wealthy, and they have used this to their advantage when it came to warfare. With that long explanation out of the way, my goal was to create accessories that fit this narrative, armor and equipment that looked superior and perhaps a bit lavish. And if you're new to my channel, on top of what I just mentioned, I focus on making accessories that maintain the simplistic LEGO feel and are also compatible with LEGO and other customs that I've designed. Here's a first look at the standard Lion Knight breastplate that prominently features the sigil. By the way, I opted to use the lion head sigil found on this official flag piece instead of the full lion due to technical limitations. And at first glance, it may not look too far away from the Black Falcon's chestplate that I've designed, but you'll notice this version adds some subtle details. And as usual, here's an alternate version of the breastplate featuring the strap and scabbard. Here is the standard shoulder armor I've shown in previous episodes. And here's an alternate version that is a bit more elaborate. I've designed this one in particular for any specialty units such as the Queen's Guard. And of course, the Queen also gets her own armor. This one has been designed to be a bit more slender with a crown detailing above the sigil. I have removed the backplate to make it easier to attach capes and other accessories. Now this will be the very first in my channel, but I've taken this neat suggestion from a fellow subscriber to attempt a frogmouth helmet. Now I know it's not a one-to-one, but I feel like I've been able to capture the essence of the design. It has this concave visor and this sleek helmet with these aggressive angles. I've made it posable, but the visor needs to be removed and reattached at the new position. Based on what I've researched, this makes a great helmet for mounted knights, but then again, I designed it primarily because it looked cool. Now if you also indulge in this hobby, you might understand how hard it is to design this type of pig face helmet. The angles and trying to fit this cone element onto a flat faceplate took quite a bit of attempts. And finally, I have something I'm comfortable with sharing. And as you can see, it pairs with my helmet system, and this one is modeled after a typical bassinet. And of course, if you'd prefer it, the visor attaches to a LEGO motorcycle helmet as well. Oh, and this one is fully posable. A little tiny add-on that I've designed is this gorget piece that works flawlessly with both LEGO and custom shoulder armor. So as I've mentioned earlier, I feel the Lion Knights already have a plethora of equipment to choose from LEGO's own catalog, so I definitely try to tackle this challenge from a different approach. I see these pieces I've designed today as some sort of specialty armor, something that maybe the Queen's Guard or some kind of elite force would wear. Regardless, I think these pieces will work well to give the Lion Knights an extra feeling of superiority, and their helmets in particular distinctive enough to make a great impression on your shelf. I've been receiving a lot of encouraging comments about opening a store, and I'd like to assure everyone that I'm both very humbled by the support, and I'm also very excited to make this a reality. Why this is not something I can promise immediately though, is because I want to open a store once I've thought everything through, from branding, the user experience, the packaging, and the pricing. I'm planning to make a video where I'll update you guys on any progress on this front. In the meantime, I will be continuing to make new designs and new videos. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to like and subscribe to stay up to date on this hobby. And as always, here's a sneak peek into what I have planned next.